Hello, my name is Shelley Jajeh. 21 years ago, I gave birth to my son Matthew, who was born with severe hemophilia. Prior to giving birth to Matthew, after my delivery, I ended up hemorrhaging, and I lost so much blood that the doctors wanted to give me a blood transfusion. At that time, AIDS was known, but people didn't really know much about it, and I was paranoid to get a blood transfusion. And I told the doctor that I didn't want to get a blood transfusion because I didn't want to get AIDS. They actually ended up turning my body upside down to keep the blood inside of me, and they were able to remove a blood clot which stopped the bleeding. After that happened, my son Matt was circumcised, and he kept bleeding. They put 9 stitches in him, and he still continued to bleed, and eventually was diagnosed with severe hemophilia. I didn't know what hemophilia was. I thought for sure that Matthew was going to die. I also didn't know much about AIDS. I was pretty ignorant. And with Matthew's diagnosis, I ended up educating myself so that I could learn more about hemophilia and about AIDS so that I could give Matthew the best possible care as his mother. I'm embarrassed to say that I was afraid of AIDS because of my ignorance. And from having a child that has hemophilia, I read the book about Ryan White, which really touched my heart. It made me feel so sad inside that this poor little guy had to go through what he went through from the public because of their ignorance regarding AIDS. I'm very fortunate that Matthew doesn't have AIDS. However, if he did, I would love him just the same. My goal in sharing my story is just to bring awareness to what AIDS is and what hemophilia is, and that until it touches your life, you don't really have a reason to research it or find out about it. And I think that's where we need to bring more awareness. That if people know that they can be educated on something, even if they're not affected by it, then the world would be in such a better place because people would understand what each disease state is, and they wouldn't treat people poorly because of it. My heart goes out to everyone who lost their life to hemophilia and to those that live with it. And all I could say is I'm happy to be a part of this community, and I'm here for anyone if they ever needed any of my help.